There's been an awful lot of publicity in the press over the weekend about the way in which free schools are being funded and in which, dare I say, Michael Gove's pet project is now being unpicked because of some of the ways in which it is ideological rather than good educational practice in the way in which free schools are now being currently progressed. Now, why does this matter? Well, it matters an awful lot in Stroud because there has been this active campaign for a free school, one that I'm pretty pleased to say that Stroud Labour Party has opposed, and I personally have been opposed to, for very simple reasons. Firstly, we don't need another school in the Stroud area. We have over 600 spare places, but also I'm outraged at the costs of free schools. The idea that it costs about £6 million to set up, minimum, and in Stroud that would be an estimate that if anything is too low because of the inability to find the site very easily. And also the running costs are, for all sorts of reasons, much higher than for other schools. Now, the evidence at the moment is coming forward that for every free school that opens, 4 existing schools shut. And I think that's really worrying in the Stroud situation because it will be our small rural primary schools that will suffer. But also, look at the evidence from the Ofsted reports. A number of these schools now are in serious difficulties, and that's not down to anything other than the process of the way in which they've been set up and the way in which they're being run has not been thought through. This is Michael Gove's vanity project, and it needs to be attacked as such, and I hope the people of Stroud will see through any attempt to introduce one here. This is not about Steiner education, as I've said in the past. I've always been very supportive of Winstones in particular, but what we really need to worry about is if we did get a free school, and at the moment we just don't know what the situation is. If we did get a free school, it would be divisive and it would be very expensive, and it's all too obvious what will happen. It would be our existing schools that will suffer, and to me this is the front end of privatisation, because on the back of it, as it's not affordable, we'll get vouchers, we'll get people choosing to set up schools where they're simply not needed or affordable, and I just think this is the beginning of the end of good quality community schooling run by the state, funded by the state, and for all our children.